Hello, love-struck voyagers. I'm Mr. Love, the pampered prince of passion, here to guide you through the wild roller coaster of Charlie Hunnam's romantic saga. If you're tired of boring, cookie-cutter dating histories, buckle up! You've landed in the right place. And hey, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe for more juicy celeb love stories. Isn't love crazy? Even a rugged Sons of Anarchy king like Charlie has a surprisingly heartfelt history of heartbreaks and happy endings. He's a bona fide Hollywood action hero. Think biker boss by night, knight in shining armor wannabe by day. So you know his relationships are anything but dull. In Charlie's world, the love life is as intense and legendary as his career, and I'm here to spill every detail. Catherine Town, July 1999 to 2002, wife. Charlie's very first love was impulsive and unforgettable. At just 18, this British wildfire met actress Catherine Town at a Dawson's Creek audition and promptly thought, "Vegas, baby, why not?" In the summer of 1999, after only knowing each other for 3 whirlwind weeks, they eloped in Las Vegas. Picture teenage hearts racing, Elvis impersonators cheering. It was romantic, reckless, and let's face it, a little insane. As Charlie later laughed, their teenage logic was, if we never see each other again, at least getting married forces us together, if only for the divorce. That Vegas gamble lasted 3 terrible, painful, expensive years, in Charlie's own words. It didn't work out, but hey, he did get the cats in the divorce, so he called that a small victory. I mean, who wouldn't consider winning the cat custody battle a win? This wild Vegas marriage taught him early that love can sting, but sometimes you walk away with more than heartbreak. Lessons learned, and maybe a couple of furry friends. Ever eloped on a whim? Charlie did, and he survived to tell the tale. Sophie Dahl, February 2002 to April 2002, girlfriend. Fresh off that first marriage, Charlie dipped his toes into romance again with English model Sophie Dahl. Sophie, the whimsical granddaughter of Roald Dahl, swept our hero into a glamorous whirlwind in early 2002. Imagine the scene. Charlie, post-divorce and trying to figure life out, rubbing elbows with London fashion royalty. Sparks flew fast, but this fling was over almost as quickly as it began. In the space of a couple of months, February to April 2002, Charlie and Sophie enjoyed some red carpet magic and whispers of hot new couple, then parted on perfectly friendly terms. It was the classic Hollywood short story. Intense chemistry, high-profile snaps, and then, poof, she wrote and took off. In reality, Sophie Dahl later married jazz star Jamie Cullum. Charlie has always played his cards close about this one. All we know is it was sweet, brief, and like a pop rock on the tongue, gone before we could really bite down. Hey, that's life. Not every romance is forever. Some are just a lovely vacation. Did you catch me cheering that Charlie dodged the wedding bullet again? Well, sometimes short flings are the way to go. No wedding gifts to return. Stella Parker, April 2002 to February 2004, girlfriend. Almost immediately after Sophie, Charlie found himself in a more stable chapter with British actress Stella Parker. You might remember Stella as Millie from This Life. Smart, savvy, and the perfect match for a young Charlie. From spring 2002 to early 2004, Charlie and Stella were a serious item by Hollywood standards, carrying their romance from London nights into a couple of years together. This was Charlie's longest romance since Catherine, and it showed a new side of him. As he opened up about later, this relationship was calm compared to Vegas speed marriage, a chance for Charlie to actually think a bit more about love. They supported each other. We even spotted them at a few London events looking quite cozy, until February 2004 when their paths quietly parted. No drama, just 2 Brits moving forward. Think of it as Charlie's teenage angst phase, mellowing into young adult growth. By the time they split, he'd grown up a little from that impulsive 18-year-old. Stella remained friendsworthy.
Charlie seems grateful for the memories. And hey, sometimes a "we tried" is its own kind of success. Have you ever dated someone who taught you something important? That was Stella's gift for him. Georgina Townsley, 2005 to 2007, girlfriend. After a brief solo period, Charlie's love life veered into the mid-2000s when he was linked to Georgina Townsley. Georgina, a British film producer, you might have seen Stormbreaker and The Legend of Tarzan, met Charlie via industry pals around 2005. This romance was about grounding. By then, Charlie was hitting major roles, and Georgina was a glamorous behind-the-scenes star. They dated on and off from roughly 2005 to 2007. Picture movie sets, premieres, secret dates, Charlie's charm on display, Georgina's supportive smile beside him. The media called them a couple as he shot to fame and Nicholas Nickley and beyond. But it wasn't forever. By 2007, they quietly went their separate ways. No big breakup headlines, just two busy people realizing they were better as friends. To me, this phase shows Charlie experimenting with balance, a producer partner for a rising actor. Georgina had her own career climbs, Charlie had his. It was a chapter that helped him mature, then gently closed when life pulled them different ways. She wasn't an ex-wife drama, just a chapter in his book of life.
Rashida Jones, June 2006 to November 2006, girlfriend. Oh, and did I mention for a hot minute he dated Rashida Jones? Yes, that Rashida, daughter of Quincy Jones, star of The Office and Parks and Rec. In mid-2006, whispers swirled that Charlie and Rashida were an item. They met in Hollywood circles, possibly Hollywood parties or mutual friends. Charlie, then writing Sons of Anarchy fame, and Rashida, about to light up TV, had brief chemistry. It didn't last long. From about June to November 2006, they gave it a go, but something just didn't click. No red carpet PDA, no Hollywood marriage rumors. It was as low-key as it gets for two rising stars. Both politely let it fizzle out with no fuss or gossip columns trashing either's name. By November '06, they'd moved on. Rashida eventually went on to date others and make Emmy-winning shows, and Charlie circled back to focus on his forever love. Sometimes, the greatest love lesson is knowing who isn't your one. The audience, you with me? Ever date someone super sweet but realize it just wasn't the spark? Charlie's brief dalliance with Rashida was that kind of story. Morgana McNellis, 2005 to present, longtime girlfriend. Now buckle in, because here comes the longest and sweetest chapter. Morgana McNellis. Charlie met jewelry designer Morgana around the mid-2000s, officially circa 2005. Almost 2 decades later, they're still going strong. This is not your typical celeb romance. They keep things very, very private. They live on a ranch outside LA with chickens, donkeys, and all. He even told a magazine they're completely out of Hollywood. Morgana designs distinctive jewelry, Maison de Morgana, and luckiest fellow that he is, makes beautiful pieces for Charlie too. She once joked about making him a diamond ring. Charlie just laughed. Uh-oh, this is not going to go well for me. But hey, diamonds on a ranch aren't so bad, right? Publicly, Charlie rarely talks about Morgana, but when he does, it's glowing. Remember that time he snapped at haters for bullying her online? He said, dramatically, on Facebook, "I would respectfully ask you to stop. She's an intelligent, beautiful person I love, and she's been there long before any of my success." See, the guy's protective of his girl. She's been quietly by his side through Sons of Anarchy fame, through the King Arthur set, through turning down 50 Shades, and even now as he becomes a serial killer in Monster. Morgana even hit the red carpet with Charlie at the 2025 Emmys, their first big public outing in years. At almost 20 years together, they keep the romance alive in their own way. Charlie says he sort of considers himself married in spirit, while Morgana lovingly nudges him to make it official someday. He once admitted in an interview, "I'm like so romantic, and the reality is I sort of consider myself married. I've been with my girlfriend for 14 years. The government sanction doesn't matter to me.
but the romance of it means an enormous amount. In short, official vows maybe don't thrill him, but forever love sure does. Charlie and Morgana have a simple rulebook. She stays grounded on the ranch and quietly cheers on his career. He helps around the farm and worships her vision. She even set one rule about him playing twisted roles. He had to call her if he was filming Ed Gein, and he joked she had a meltdown when he said yes to that. But that's our guy. Loves boldly and sometimes jumps into the deep end, and Morgana is the one pulling him out with a smile. Chronicles of early morning farm chores? Not really headline material, but by the time of Monster, the Ed Gein story in 2023-25, we saw signs of their team up. He showed love at every turn, defending her, buying her emeralds as a makeup gift after messing up over some lost letters in Colombia, true story. He quit writing her for a while during a shoot and felt awful. Talk about real commitment. He writes songs for her old internet blog? Okay, maybe not that, but he swears by her judgment. So what is she? Girlfriend? Partner? Soulmate? Officially, none. No wedding bells just yet. But functionally, a life partner. 20 years into this, Charlie's got one of the steadiest relationships in town. The only real argument might be who's won more plant houses.
Rumors and maybe fumbles. Of course, no celebrity love timeline is complete without the tabloid whispers. Charlie Hunnam has had his share of wild rumors. Carrie Geary, 2005 to 2006, rumored. Remember Carrie Geary, the Irish interior designer? In 2005 to 2006, gossip columns claimed she and Charlie were an item. Neither ever confirmed it. Probably just a Hollywood wild card. Charlie never officially dated her, to our knowledge, but this rumor hung around because Carrie's a friend of Morgana's, and fans love a bit of mystery. Was it a secret fling or a mistaken link? No one really knows. Sometimes fans ship people faster than airplanes. Liv Tyler, 2010, rumored. The Liv Tyler chapter. In 2010, Charlie starred with Liv in a movie, The Ledge, and tabloids went crazy claiming sparks flew. The internet said he'd hooked up with Rocky from Lord of the Rings. We'll admit, those two did look cozy in stills, but it was acting, co-stars on set, not Romeo and Juliet. Liv herself has never confirmed anything beyond friendship. Charlie has stayed mum. In short, this rumor was like a soap bubble. Big and shiny, popped without a trace. She probably doesn't even have his phone number. Lily James, 2020. Rumored. Then came the greatest mistweet. Charlie Hunnam engaged to Lily James. Supposedly, they fell in love filming a period drama. Reality check? Lily was not actually his fiancée. It's true they were rumored to be close around 2020, but Lily publicly shot down any engagement chatter. Since then, she's been linked to other partners, normal people. Charlie? He just chuckled and changed the subject. Sometimes gossip spins a better story than the actual plot. If that's love, someone call Hollywood for a rewrite. Daisy Ridley, 2018, rumored. Lastly, there was Daisy Ridley, the actress playing Rey in Star Wars. Rumor mills in 2018 had the Yorkshire-born beauties dating because of a mutual friend party. In truth, Daisy herself has said Charlie is a wonderful gentleman, but insisted nothing romantic ever happened. Fun fact, Daisy revealed Charlie kindly brought her to meet his girlfriend. Yup, Morgana. Talk about sweet manners. So as much as fans wanted a hyperspace warp crossover, the whole thing stayed strictly in the internet what-if bin. Charlie and Daisy remain mates. No hyperspace warp here. Whew, that covers just about all the whispers. No, I didn't accidentally leave out your favorite celebrity rumor? If so, blame it on the timeline tree, not me. In celebrity dating, rumor often outpaces reality, and Charlie's rumors made some great headlines, but never replaced the real story with Morgana. Final thoughts. And that, dear romantics, is the full tapestry of Charlie Hunnam's love life, from impulsive teenage weddings to a steady ranch romance. What a ride! He's gone from eloping at 18 to raising chickens at 40, but throughout it all, he's remained our charming bad boy with a big heart. Whether smashing on fame or steady with love,
Charlie proves even the toughest guy needs someone by his side. Hope you enjoyed this journey through his history of crushes, heartbreaks, and forever love. If you did, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Until next time, I'm Mr. Love reminding you, sometimes true romance comes out of the wildest stories, and sometimes it's right under your nose the whole time. Happy Valentine's, folks!